Greetings, Flosstube. It's Dawn with the Mindful Needle. Welcome back to my channel and a great big welcome to my new subscribers. And that reminds me, if you have not subscribed yet, make sure you do so below and like this video and ring the bell so that you'll be notified when I release new videos. So here it is, the middle of October already. This year has been the longest year and the shortest year all wrapped up into one. So I can't believe we're in the middle of October. And let me tell you, this fall in Michigan has been spectacular. The colors are phenomenal. I cannot believe how gorgeous it has been. And it's cloudy today, but even though it's cloudy, the colors are still really pretty. So I've still been enjoying it. I was out earlier today. I had to drive around a little bit, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm hoping they'll hang on a little bit longer. My brother, his wife, and my two nephews are coming up from Louisville, Kentucky this weekend, and they're going to spend a few days here. They're going to stay with my folks, and I'm hoping I talked to my brother last night and he said the colors were okay down there. They don't get as much of a color burst as we can up here in the Great White North. So I'm hoping that the colors are good for when they're here, but we'll see. It'll be fun either way. I can't wait to see my nephews. I haven't seen them since Christmas, and they are 12 and 9, I think. Time passes way too quickly. So I'll be getting ready for that here in the next day or so I can't wait for that. But stitchy stuff. I've got some stitchy stuff to share with you today. I had mentioned before I went away on vacation a couple weeks ago that I was thinking of dabbling, playing around with some maybe coffee and tea staining fabric. Well, I dug this stuff out yesterday and I started playing, and I had a great time. So this first piece of fabric I'm going to show you, I think I picked this up when I worked at my local needle workshop / yarn store. It's mostly a yarn store, but they do carry a lot of needlework stuff, and this was kind of a remnant piece, and I picked it up there and I thought, you know what, I could get some stuff. It's kind of long and narrow, but I figured I could get some stuff done on it. So I did this one first, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see the modeling in here. It is super fantastic. There, you can see some. So this was I'm not sure what this is. It kind of feels like a Lugana to me, but I'm not 100% sure. There was no label on it, and I have to get my little gauge thing out, or a couple of pins, and actually sit down and count to see what it is, so what the count is. But I figured I could play around with that and have some fun. I dyed 2 more pieces. The other piece is a Lugana. It's a 28 count Lugana, and it's a good size piece here. And here it is. You can kind of see the modeling in it. I'm gonna hold it back. I don't know. And it smells wonderful because it smells like coffee. But I'm really pleased with how this came out, and not sure what I'm going to do on it yet, but that was fun. And the other piece that I coffee tea stained or dyed was a piece of 32 count Belfast linen. And I saved this one for last because it's my absolute favorite. I just love how this one came out. So here it is. So actually, if I hold it back here, it's not too bad. You can kind of see the modeling in it. And I am in love with this one. So again, I don't know what I'm going to stitch on it, but there will be something stitched on it because I do love it. Plus it smells like coffee. So the method I used was really simple. I got a big pot. I kind of watched several videos on YouTube and stuff and kind of mishmashed some people's together a little bit. I started with a stock pot that I filled halfway with water, brought it to a boil, and before I boiled it, I actually threw in about 10 tea bags. Now, I just went and bought the cheap tea, I bought black tea, cheap. I think it was like $1.99 for a box, and there's like 100 bags in the box, so I got lots of tea. So I threw 10 bags into the water and brought that to a boil, and once it came to a boil, I don't know, I dumped 4 or 5, maybe 6 tablespoons worth of instant coffee in and stirred it up. And then I just wadded up my fabric. I didn't do anything to it beforehand. I just wadded it up and put it in the pot, and then used a wooden spoon, and got it all covered in the water. If you need to add more water, I did not need to add more water. Everything was able to be covered with the water I had put in, but you might need to add a little bit more water to kind of cover it. And I let it simmer for, 30 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. Kind of kept checking on it. I would take tongs, and since it's coffee and tea, it's all food safe, so it didn't matter if I was using my pots for cooking, which was kind of nice. I didn't have to find special pots or old pots that I didn't want to use for cooking. But I would check it, pull it out and check it, and when I thought it was about what I wanted, I pulled it out and I put it on baking sheets that I had lined with parchment paper, and I just kind of left it kind of crumpled, but kind of smushed it down so it was kind of flat, so that there weren't any pieces sticking way up. And then I put it in a 200-degree oven, and I want to say about 45 minutes, and it was mostly dry, but I pulled them out. Some of them I wasn't quite happy with, so I took a measuring cup. I put about cup and a half of really, really warm water. Put more instant coffee in and stirred that up, and then I added a tablespoon of vanilla and stirred that in as well, because I had seen that as well. And I put that in a spray bottle, and I sprayed, and you can see, especially on this linen, that I kind of concentrated it. You can see I really sprayed heavy here, and a little heavier through here, and you can kind of see. And then I put it back in the oven and baked it again. I pulled them out. The linen was pretty much dry. The other 2 pieces weren't quite dry, and I finished drying them with an iron. And I've ironed everything, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. It was a fun experiment. So, what else have I been working on stitchy-wise? Well, I finished my pink rose from Blackbird Designs. It's one of their rewards of merit, and it is a fully finished object. I finished it, and I have framed it in a frame that I got from Hobby Lobby. It's supposed to be a pincushion, is what they finished it as, a pincushion, and this is a really big piece to be a pincushion in my opinion, but some people might like them that big. I don't. So I decided I would frame it. I did use the called for fabric and fibers. So this is the 32 count petty point fabric. And my cat is trying to break down the door and get in the room with me, so we'll see how well this works out. But it is the called for fabric, and it is the called for floss. So I really enjoyed it. It was a quick stitch. It was fun. I really enjoyed doing this one. So that is fully finished. Now, the other things I've been working on are my latest 2 designs. And I know I said I was going to release them either Monday or Tuesday, and I haven't gotten that done yet. The Halloween design is going to be released after I post this video, so there will be a link below to that design on my website. The other one I worked on though was my summer tree. I finally have that one all stitched. I need to fully finish it and I need trims. I have not figured out what kind of trims I want yet, so I have to go shopping for trims, but I am going to show you the finished stitch. So there it is, all finished, summer. So I have that, and I do have the fabric I'm going to use with it. I'm going to use this fabric. Let me see if I can hold them up together here. I'm going to fold this over a little bit. So this fabric with that design. So I'm hoping that mid to late next week, because with my nephews coming this weekend, the next few days are kind of booked, but I hope to get out and get some trims so that I can get that finished. And Sasha's still trying to break down the door over there. I can hear her scratching on it, so. But I did finish my Halloween design, and I really am happy with how this turned out. I really like it, so I hope you do too. And so without further ado, it's Boo! I finished this as a stand-up cube. I'd like to put feet on it, but I don't have beads that'll work yet. So I have to, when I'm out for trims, I'll probably look for beads. But this is in its finished state. I finished this on a piece of styrofoam that I cut to size, and then it's all pinned. Nothing is glued. I could take this apart in seconds if I needed to. But it's all pinned on here, but I really like how it came out. I've got a bow on top. So there's Boo, and that will be available in my shop. Like I said, after I upload this video, it will be made available, and I will have the link down below so you can go directly to this and get this. It's a real quick stitch, and it's a fun stitch for Halloween. In fact, I'm thinking I might stitch it over one. This is a 32 count linen from Weeks Dye Works. The color is Tiger's Eye. I used Weeks Dye Works mascara for all the black, and the little eyes on the spider are 2 little French knots, and that was with DMC 907. So any black will do, DMC 310, any black will do. Real forgiving. You can even change it up, stitch it on black fabric in a bright neon green or a neon purple or something, and change it up. That's always fun too. But so there's Boo. That is done. So that is all I have for this week to show you. Hopefully I will have some stuff next week. What I might do is I came across a box of Christmas ornaments that I have been stitching over the last couple of years. They're not fully finished. Maybe I'll get them done, maybe I won't, but I think I'm going to share those with you definitely next week. But so make sure you subscribe, ring the bell to get notified, and make sure you like this video. And I'm so glad you joined me today, and I hope to see you again next week. And as I always say, happy stitching.